Hi y'all, Alaska Ballistics here, driving up to the Denali Highway for my caribou hunt. It was unsuccessful last year, so that's why y'all didn't see a video. I had some footage. It's pretty cool. I saw a cow and a calf, and then Courtney and I went back there and hunted last year, and we saw a really nice bull about 650 yards and walking, but my permit was expired, and we were hunting moose at the time. But this year she has a permit for that time. So we'll go back and hunt again with Courtney on the Denali Highway, and we're hoping she gets her first caribou. But this weekend is for me, using the 7mm Remington Magnum, hiking in with an extremely heavy pack, so I'm going to take my time. Not going to do a lot of GoPro footage of me hiking in, but I'm just going to take my time, get down to the river where I hunt on, or the creek where I hunt next to. Got a pack raft to float my meat out. I'm going to take my time. My legs are feeling pretty good. For those of you who know about the so-called nervous issue in my legs that they really can't diagnose, and I've been to 3 or 4 different doctors. I'm going to start going back to it. I'm going to try a different doctor soon. And anyway, pray for my legs as we go back on the trip with Courtney, and pray for my back and pack and all that kind of jazz. So I appreciate y'all. God bless, and enjoy the rest of the video. Well, we finally made it, and I am here where I normally go caribou hunting at. It's about a 3.5 mile hike back with a heavy pack. That's pretty bad. Only got one pole that's working this year. The other one's bent and at home, so hopefully that won't make too bad of a difference. And we're just gonna take it slow and easy like we did last year. I've been working out more, so hopefully this is gonna be a little easier than it was last year, even though it's probably a little heavier. Okay, if you're seeing this video, it means I made it back. Hopefully. Alright, walking on this trail again. Still wet but it actually hasn't been as wet as last year. There's some places we're about 2,000 yards from the road or so. Maybe not that, maybe 1,000. It's at 1,500, somewhere in there. Direct line of sight. Here we are off the road. And this is the trail we're walking in on. And then we can get off of this trail and go through the brush on some game paths and get down to the valley. I've seen this before in 3 different videos. My first caribou scouting video, my second caribou scouting video last year, and then 2 years ago, the 2017 Denali Highway hunt. So we are walking in here, hoping to get a caribou. It did cool down from where it is in Anchorage. It's only getting up to about 60 something here, and then it'll be 40s and 50s at night, so it shouldn't be too hot, and that's good. Got some cloud cover, which is nice. Packed in a rain jacket and a poncho. Might as well, I got all this weight, why not? And we'll see what we can do here. Taking a break. Just one heavy pack, as you can see. Guess I should do how I'm armed. We got the 7 mag. I'm here with the mag full stock. That was my last video. I don't know if y'all can even see it there. The scope cover's right there. I got a 10mm G40 KKM barrel loaded with those 200 grain hard casts that I really were disappointed in, but they still did good on the penetration test, so we'll stay with them. It's also got 1 or 2 full metal jacket in there, and the rest of my bare loads are like full metal jacket and magazines here. And then the jacket is off full metal jacket here, and the Glock 29. The backup gun here. I didn't bring the 22 because small game doesn't start until tomorrow, and you know, I just didn't want to carry the weight of the small game gun with my main day walking in the woods being today, when small game hasn't started yet. And small game and caribou start tomorrow, and I'm walking in. Bugs aren't really that bad this year, but the face mask does make me look prettier. No face mask. Face mask. No face mask. Ugly. Face mask. Of course, I don't know what she's smoking, but my wife would disagree with me. When I figure out what she's smoking, I'll sell it. I'm just kidding. I don't do drugs. Don't ever do drugs, and don't smoke. It's bad for your health. Just a joke. Just a joke. In case the DEA is listening and the ATF.
Hey y'all, here we are getting down to our hunting spot still. It's the night before the hunt, unfortunately. And there's a caribou. Right there. It's almost 6 o'clock and it's feeding. It'd be a little out of range from where we glass, but at least it's there. And I think this is a pretty decent young bull. Yeah, there you can kind of see the antlers. Whoa. Definitely a caribou, that's a good sign. Pretty sure it's young boy. Young bull. Here's that bull caribou again. There you can see his rack. It's not bad. It's not huge, but it's not bad. Hope he shows up tomorrow. Not a bad one. Still walking to our hunting hole. And this is a moose. Pretty small cow moose. Little camera, don't focus on the near stuff, focus on the far stuff. I finally got low enough on this hill where you can see this moose pretty good. She's still just feeding. She got a bigger body than I first thought. Well, we made it to our campsite last night. Beautiful. That bull caribou scared off. The moose was still there. She was just bedded down. Anyway, we're going to go see what's in the field. It's about 6:30 a.m. Made it here about 8 o'clock last night. Just taking our sweet time with that heavy pack. Alright. Get up this morning, there's already a moose with her calf out. About 500 yards away in this little pond area. She was trips through. So all morning and no caribou. And my boots walking in last night got stinking wet. Went over the top a few times, so just built the fire. It's going out now, and we're just letting the heat dry out the boots and the insoles and all the Dr. Scholl stuff I have for my legs in there. We're just letting that dry out. Get back up to the hunting spot. We're all the river here. I wanted to see, you can see caribou tracks right there in the sandbar. I don't know how old they are. But also, if we come down here further, there's some moose tracks, caribou tracks. I'm pretty sure there's a caribou. Those might be moose, but it's baby moose. They're both in here. Come down here a little further, we begin to see, oh, what kind of track is it? Brown bear. Brown bear. So he turned around. Another brown bear. Brown bear. It hasn't rained out here in weeks, guys, so I really don't know how old these are. Some my tracks where I gathered some wood. It's very much still can sticks through the waders just to get my feet warm without my boots. Look at these tracks. Oh yeah, brown bear. And this makes me feel really good because there's only a few areas where it's only maybe 100 yards from where we're camping. Maybe. Probably not even that much. 6:38 p.m. and still no caribou. I haven't seen any. We saw that one last night as we were walking in. Of course, we couldn't get a shot on it, and it wasn't legal. Get out of here and try another spot tomorrow. Hopefully, we get a sky is so clear. I'm just trying to shine through. The sun rays are coming through. So beautiful here. So beautiful here. Fog everywhere. I'm hoping the sun will burn it off pretty quick and we'll see some caribou. Two more moose out in the field. Two moose out in the field early in the morning, as usual. Mooses travel a lot closer. There's the mom. See the baby? It's right there. Assuming it's a baby, I don't know. It's a young bull. It's the first young bull I've seen back here. She goes up way back there too. It's actually the biggest bull moose I've seen back here. Because I haven't seen any bull moose. That's pretty cool. Now if I can only see a bull caribou that doesn't have antler restrictions. Because caribou don't have antler restrictions. Last year we came back here moose hunting and saw nothing but caribou and a few cow moose. Oh, there's a third one there too. There's a family of three. I didn't realize there was a third. Four moose in the field. Okay, here we are in the Explorer 42 pack raft here. Alpaca Explorer 42. Look how clear the water is. I've already seen a few fish. I'm gonna have to pay attention to steer. I'm gonna go aground here. One of those times the creek is really low, and I might have to get out and walk a lot, pull the thing, which I really don't want to have to do. Yeah, it got to be 70, 75 degrees and nothing was moving. I don't think there are any moose, or caribou rather, excuse me, in this part of the river this time of year. This part of the valley this time of year. Anyway. Okay. I'll show y'all when we get out. GoPro's dead. Otherwise we'd have a nice float. It really is a beautiful float. I need to come in here and do this into June where I can both brown bear hunt and breeding fish the whole time. Be pretty cool. Just said to emphasize how beautiful this float is. It's gorgeous. Explorer 42, pack raft, Alaska, off the Denali Highway. Pretty awesome view. Here we are at the bottom of our float. I turned around, I just had to get another picture of how beautiful of a float this is. The craft's holding up well, except for the seat, which had a leak in it to begin with. Contact Alpaca about that. It's just gorgeous. Somewhere you can see the glacier there, Ring Glacier. Pretty cool. We walked in 2 nights ago by this hill. About halfway up that hill we walked in. Halfway up from here anyway. Anyway, I gotta get back to paddling. Here come the rapids. My GoPro died, so can't really take any footage of that. Alpaca pack raft is holding up. Wish I had an animal in it. Hi y'all, back again. Unsuccessful in our first part of the trip, which was to hike in and float out. We only saw that one caribou the night before the hunt started, and a bunch of moose, but we didn't see anything else. So the people that gave me a ride from the takeout to my car said up on the upper trail there were some cows and calves and stuff moving along, and so that's where we're going now. We're going to walk this trail. It's not a very long trail, it's about 2.3 miles or something like that, 2.7 miles. But we're going to just walk it to this lake. They're kind of right in front of us right now. And we're going to get the pack raft out, go across the lake, and then climb the hill and see if there's anything on the other side of the hill. That's what we're up here to do. Hopefully it won't be too difficult. That's what we're just going to do this evening, and then we're going to come right back out. So hopefully that'll work out. Here we are, we're paddling across that lake. See the mountains in the background? Those are the mountains I was at the night before. Pretty cool. Those are the mountains we were looking at on the float out this morning. Now we're paddling across this lake. We're just going to see what's behind this hill. It's a lake country back in there, lots of lakes. So get a little vantage point and see what's going on. Here we are, a little bit higher up, and we're watching several lakes here for caribou activity. Just seeing which ones may happen or may not. So I was told there's some cows and calves and a few bulls maybe in here. So we'll see. 7 mag ready. Bumped it a few times. I hope it's on site. we'll start picking out targets here in a second if we can. I just saw a caribou somewhere in here. Don't know exactly where. Right behind the bushes again. I think it was a cow. It was by itself. It's a big body, but not big enough to be a big bull, I don't think. It's way far away. Way far away. Hopefully it'll come this direction. It's probably at 1,400 yards. It's on this hill right there behind the lake. Be a tough shot. Find it again in the binoculars and then try to find it again with the camera. Sorry. There's that caribou. Is that a cow? I'm pretty sure. Good sized cow. By itself. I just wish she'd come this way. Little spot in here though. Good little spot. We just made a 459-yard shot on this caribou. I think that's her laying right up there. We'll see how it goes. Get up to her, get her dressed, get her done. So this caribou I have been watching from 1,300 yards out and have seen her several times. She's coming from straight in front of me, kind of quartering her way on an equilateral triangle to my left. So she was about 1,300 yards. Now she's about 700 yards or so in this little clip. And sorry I'm not keeping the camera steady. I didn't bring my tripod. I just wanted to save the weight. So sorry about that, y'all, but you can get a kind of an idea of what she looks like right there. 700 yards. A little bit windy, you can't really tell. It's about a 5-mile-an-hour crosswind. And I wasn't really comfortable with 700 yards and that kind of crosswind in this shot. So we're going to let her see if she walks closer. We just made a 459-yard shot on this caribou. I think that's her laying right up there. We'll see how it goes. Get up to her, get her dressed, get her done. Okay, so we just shot at this cow caribou. She's laying up here. It was 459 yards. I just couldn't get the shot on camera. There's no way. She was moving, and I had to take the shot when I had the shot. And it looks like her body's folded up right up here. And so we're going to go see that or some really weird flowers. So let's go see if we hit her or missed her. A little game trail here. I hope to walk. Can't believe I made that shot. It's my second cow caribou, third caribou overall. All right, now the work begins. Gonna be some good eating. It's like the bullet hit lower shoulder of the heart right there. Dropped it a little low. I was putting my 430-yard marker from the Nikon scope on her, and apparently it hit her just in the backside of the lungs. It's like definitely a cow. Not huge, but it'll do. Yep, definitely a cow. Glad they opened it up either sex this year. Alright, got a lot of work to be done. And it's getting late. Pray a bear don't get me. I did kill a bear on this trail though. That'd be revenge time. Or maybe one less bear to get me. It's 9:43, the sun is starting to set. We're at 4,000 feet. Got the last load of meat on my pack. We're taking it to the lake where we're going to paddle across, and then we're going to have to leapfrog it out of here. I'm hoping to be back by the car by 1 o'clock. That's 1 o'clock a.m. is the goal. If I can make it by then, that's good. Take my sweet time. Don't wear myself out. My goodness, it's 10 p.m. Look at the sunset over the mountains. It's beautiful. Just got back to the pack raft here and letting it sit for a minute so the air inside cools. I'll pop it. Look at the alpenglow on those mountains. Just to think, we were like down in the valley, way down that way this morning, floated out, came back up here, hiked in, pack rafted across this lake, shot a caribou at 459 yards. I'm sorry I didn't get the footage of me shooting it. I just couldn't work the camera. I didn't bring a tripod. Couldn't work the camera and handle the gun too, and she was moving pretty quick. You'll just have to take my word on it. I have been practicing since that bear hunt, since those of you will probably troll me and question how I could miss that bear so many times at 319 and kill a caribou one shot at 459. It's pretty awesome. She was quartering away too. About a 5-mile-an-hour wind. I held just a little bit for the wind. Boom, right through the heart. It was awesome. Didn't recover the bullet yet. It might still be in the meat. I could not find it. It might have been in the guts, but it went right through the heart. I didn't see it come out the other side, so it could still be in the meat. Alright, let's get this show on the road. It's going to be a few hours still getting out of here with all this. We're paddling my meat across this lake. There's the bags of meat. I got more on my pack behind me. And I just happened to notice, holy crap, look at this moon. Doesn't know justice on the camera here, but good lord, it looks awesome. Isn't nature great? So here we are, cooking the caribou burgers. These are actually from Courtney's caribou, not mine, but I ended up packing mine out, leapfrogging it about every 200 yards. I'd have to go back and get my other stuff. I had 4 bags of meat in my rifle. I'd leave that about 200 yards, go back, get my backpack with my pack raft and my raft. And with my raft I was carrying in one hand. I used my oar as a walking stick, and I got back to the car at about 2:30 a.m. But this is the fun part, the eating part. Caribou burgers, got some french fries and some mushrooms and some bacon to go on them. Turkey bacon because I'm IBS. Sorry for all you pork eaters out there, but just have to eat turkey bacon. I'm not a Muslim terrorist. But anyway, caribou burgers, this is the fun part. Will you looking for the video on these? Courtney's video. God bless. Take care. We will see you at the range.